Alrighty, part 2 of how to install the PulseVU 2X by SICKmods.net. Last video I showed y'all guys how to install the SW switch to sync, which I prefer and many of y'all will prefer, and I had showed you how to install the AL wire. So AL and SW should be done by this point in order to follow the tutorial. And I should have added last video that you do need some soldering experience to do this. So if you really have no fucking idea what you're doing, stop right now and go practice. We were all noobs once, so I mean, go practice. Take apart an old cell phone that you have. I took apart my brother's. It was his only cell phone, and he got mad at me for that. But I don't care because I hate him. So just take apart an old electronic, you know, cell phone, CD player, whatever you have laying around, remote. I mean, they're all gonna have surface mount soldering on it. Wow, and I just said soldering. Wow. Fuck. Okay, and again, I take no responsibility if you do fuck up your 360, because if you do this wrong, you can screw up your 360 permanently. So I'm just giving that to a warning, but follow this and you'll be fine. Just make sure you don't put any extra solder anywhere you shouldn't, and get enough solder on there. Okay, another one that I should have discussed last video is bridging. Okay, everyone here that tries this is probably going to have a bridge. I mean, I had one, but I fixed it, and you do not want bridges anywhere. A bridge is when you connect 2 points with solder that you shouldn't by accident. And in order to clear that bridge, you're going to need to just have a clean soldering iron with a clean tip. As you can see, this last tip that I have, that's completely ruined. I mean, I never even cleaned it at all. Be sure you clean your tip every time you get solder on it. So keep your sponge handy. Just a crappy sponge will do, and every time you put solder on your iron and then transfer it over to somewhere, be sure you wipe it off completely clean. Because you get a dirty soldering iron tip, it makes it harder for solder to stick on there, and it makes it harder to just do anything in general. The heat won't transfer well. You'll have to sit there for 10 minutes to get a point to flow. So make sure you have a clean tip to work with, and always have your sponge ready for deposits, and your solder, of course, and some wire handy. What else? Oh yeah, bridging. In order to clear a bridge, you just need to take one quick swipe with your soldering iron between the bridges. Like, okay, I don't have an example ready for y'all, but okay, so imagine 2 points right here, and there's a bridge between them with solder. You just want to take your iron and do a quick swipe a few times and make sure that that bridge gets cleared. So, I mean, I just melted plastic, but this is a shitty chair. So, make sure that bridge gets clear, and try not to leave too much solder on the pads or not enough. So, just be aware of that. And another thing, do not lift the pads. Lifting the pads, basically you're screwed. There's no way from coming back of lifting pads. There is on the controller and the controller PCB and the RF unit here, but it is very dangerous to do that, and I am almost out of battery again. This video better not stop. Okay, so you know what, yeah, okay, and I'm just gonna post this video. It's discussing tips and whatnot, but I'm about to run out of battery and I do not want to lose this video. So for when I show you guys how to wire those next 2 wires, just catch me on the next video, because I'm gonna go get new batteries.